All right, John, we're gonna do a little review video for you. So let's start out with actually taking that 7-iron and flip it over on the other end. And we're gonna do some of those swishes, but we're gonna work on swishing in the right spot. So right hand only, nice big relaxed backswing, and let's get it to sound.
Bend my arm.
Bend your arm. Yeah, bend it and then flick it over here. There you go. Yep, use that arm to kind of straighten. Yeah, there you go. That's the direction. Yep. Yeah. Don't let your legs kind of get into it. Let's just do it with a hip turn, but mostly just arms for acceleration. Yep, there you go. Yep, so look back at me. Leave your face looking straight at me, and then throw the club toward me. Yeah, there you go. Yep. And then don't even look back to the ball until the arm goes past. So keep your eyes on me. Let your arm go through. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Because that's what we're looking for, is we're looking for the momentum over here to pull you through rather than you trying to pull the club through. So we're tossing it back there. Yep, so let's switch to the left hand. Yep, gripping at that end, turning back, looking back here, and you're going to throw it back in this direction. Yeah, there you go. Yep, back over here. That was better. Yep. Go ahead. Better. Yep. So your tendency is to kind of pivot a little bit early. The tendency is to drag the club on that three-dimensional angle. Let's go back to this little exercise. So take that stick, do your setup, okay, give a little backswing turn, and then right here I said just tap that, right? And so that's the direction that we have to put the effort. So go ahead and drum on it a little bit. Just kind of go drum, drum, drum. Yeah, there you go. See how your elbow bends?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you leverage it. And see how you're not turning your hips, you're not turning your shoulders.
Yeah.
Now, if I pull this out of the way and you hammer down, boom, now the acceleration is on a pathway. So it's not just a one-directional thing. So at the end of our lesson, I talked about don't get stuck on taking the club and only throwing it up and down in one spot. You have to throw it on a curve, right? So take your club in your grip, set up to the ball. Yep, turn to the backswing. And then again, like you were doing with this little stick here, toss it in that direction, nice and easy, and then boom, it creates a pathway through the ball out to the follow through. Yep, so go ahead and go all the way through. Yep, toss it, there you go. Yep. Yeah, that was even better. Do it again. Yep. Yep. So swing back and stop. Right, so I'm gonna hold the camera in this direction. Take your wrist, and from there, leave the hinge, and like a lot of lag, pull down. Right, so what you're gonna find is the margin of your club head is about here. So now swing all the way up, and now toss it out slowly. Now the margin of the club is out here. You'll see what I'm talking about when you rewatch the video, what I'm talking about with margin. But that's why I want you not only focused on a direction, like back in this direction, but also on an arc.
Oh, yes.
Right? Because we want that width of that throw. Okay. So if you go to the top of your swing again and you throw it through this space, then that creates a nice width. And then what happens there is, because you're throwing it kind of down and through, you'll have the momentum all the way through the ball. You toss it behind you, and then the club accelerates all the way through. And like you felt already, it kind of pulls you, you know. So go ahead and hit a couple. We'll wrap up the video. Some nice, easy swings. Yep, so I would say a ball that goes a little to the left was probably a little late on the throw. You probably could have thrown it out just a tiny bit sooner. Yeah, nice and easy. Big turn, a little toss. Better, right? So we're throwing it in the right zone now.
Okay.
That's been the big light bulb moment for you, is figuring out kind of how and where and when to throw it back here.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope so.
Yep. Nice big turn. Relax that right arm. Toss it back behind you. There you go. Mm-hmm.
I'm back here with my head.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just let the ball get in the way of it. Yeah. There you go. Starting to get it to sound better. So I'm going to keep it rolling. I want you to talk to the camera and just what are the big things that feel different or sounded different, just to capture it.
Certainly this new thought of swinging from back here creates so much more speed, crispness in the shot itself. And not trying to keep my right arm straight as I've been told, and move my hips and all the bigger parts of me. I have learned how to understand that my hands are the biggest part of the golf swing.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
This is probably the most unusual teaching thought that I've ever been over the years.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not normal.
Because it was always big muscles are what drive the ball, little muscles don't.
Right. So as you're throwing it through that space, we just got to make sure that you're actively throwing, creating force, creating speed in a pathway. So that's what runs through the ball. So that's the big difference is your mind, like you said this before, your eyes and your mind are back here now.
Yes.
You're not worried about down there. So when you're talking about like transferring this to the golf course, we have two places. We have our mind is out in front of us where we're looking at our target. We have our setup, which is in front of us, and then we have our active motion, which is behind us. So we go from there to there to there. So we start at the target.
Okay.
We set up how we want to set up. So let's say we wanted to hit a high or low or into the wind or downwind. We might set up slightly different. But then we take our mind and we put it on the back half, because this is where all the active thinking of the energy happens is behind, because then it runs through the ball and sends it where we're trying to go. Okay. So you start with a picture in mind where you're trying to go, your target. You set up according to what you're trying to do. And then you actively put all your effort in on this side so it runs through. So
yeah, it's so different from what I've been told.
Yeah.
But it's great.
Okay, very good.